Hello everyone, my name is Stoney and I'm representing my group of me, Emily, and Jose for our group project about recruitment in Kent State fashion.
Why did you join Kent State University?
I joined Kent State University because I knew I wanted to pursue myself in fashion, and I did my research and I know I didn't want to leave too far from home. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, and I realized, I seen that Kent State was top 3 in fashion, so I feel like the program would do really well.
What resources do you find helpful and accessible?
The resources I find helpful at Kent State in the fashion program is just that the quantity of equipment that they provide for us, like Prentice, the fashion building, the Mac Annex building, they provide different areas where we can pursue our fashion goals, so like sewing machines, threading, this whole bunch.
What separates and differentiates Kent State from other schools and fashion programs?
What separates Kent State from other fashion programs, I would say, is opportunities. From internships, study abroad programs, and the transition they help with students from graduating college to the working field. I feel like that's the best thing that it offers, and that's what really like shows the black and gray and white area from depth of school.
Improvements that Kent State could make.
Some improvements that Kent State can make will be, I feel like Kent State can help with the fashion program. I feel like it can help more, like leaning towards helping students create their own brand other than working for someone else or working for different brands. I feel like they should have like a course where it helps develop a business owner, a fashion business owner with their own brand, own clothing line, stuff like that. I feel like that could be probably the biggest improvement that Kent State can make.
My name is Leon Jones. I'm a fashion merchandising major and I'm a freshman.
You joined Kent State University.
I joined Kent State University because it's one of the top fashion programs in the nation and it's also close to home. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and I get homesick a lot, so the ability to be able to go home whenever I want and still be able to focus on my studies is really big for me.
What resources do you find helpful and accessible here at Kent State?
Not that it's necessarily a resource, but I would say my peers. We're all kind of like a like-minded together community, and whenever I do need help, I always have someone that I can rely on and lean on, and we can always build off of each other's ideas, and I always get inspiration from all of my classmates.
What separates and differentiates Kent State and other schools and fashion programs?
I think what separates Kent is the sense of community. I think whenever you go around campus, whenever you're in the classrooms or any fashion building, there is a sense of like community and togetherness, and we're all like-minded and collective in the fashion program.
Some improvements Kent State can make.
I would say improvements Kent can make is, I think that if the fashion program could explore some of the smaller career outcomes of fashion and also exploring every possible outcome rather than focusing on the bigger picture, if we take a step back and look at the smaller programs and the smaller career possibilities, that would make it a lot friendlier to those who don't necessarily have a desire or have aspirations to go to like New York Fashion Week. Maybe they want to be a smaller brand or a nonprofit organization. If we focus more on the little people, we can help the bigger people as well.
Hi, my name is Issa. I'm a fashion merch major at Kent State and I'm a freshman.
Why did you join Kent State University?
I joined Kent State University because I'm from Columbus and I wanted to be close to home. And I also heard that Kent was one of the top fashion schools, so I wanted to come here.
What resources do you find helpful and accessible?
So Kent has a lot of resources for the fashion students. We have a bunch of fashion studios, so anything you can think of to make, there's resources in those studios to help you. We also have a bunch of fashion organizations that students can join, like Formally Addressing, E-Magazine, FAB even does some stuff, so there's a lot of options.
What separates and differentiates Kent State from other schools and fashion programs?
So what separated Kent State from other schools for me was their study abroad program. They have a bunch of different options that you can choose to go to.
What are some improvements Kent State can make?
I would say a big improvement Kent State needs to make is advertising the resources better to the students so that they're more easily accessible and we know where to find them.
Hi, I'm Lyric. I'm a freshman at Kent State and I'm a fashion merch major.
Why did you join Kent State University?
I joined Kent State because it was close to home and I grew up with a very fashion family. So coming to one of the top fashion schools, it's a win-win.
What resources do you find helpful and accessible?
Having professors here that care for you and can guide you to success is really helpful here. And also places like the MAC, Prentice, nice studios, and then that you can really just have your time and space to be creative.
What separates and differentiates Kent State from other schools and fashion programs?
I feel like here we have a very widespread array of business opportunities. We have study abroad, it allows you to make genuine and creative connections with those around you.
What are some improvements Kent State can make?
I think as a whole, other than fashion shows, I wish there was more of like a diverse way for people to show off their skills and abilities throughout the fashion program.
State is definitely an option for students or people who want to indulge in the fashion world, from proximity to prestige to opportunities that Kent State has. So it's definitely a choice that you should think of.